This free 300ZX has come a long way in just a couple months. If you guys missed the last video, I mentioned how I want to give this back to Jeff, the previous owner. And the reason I couldn't tell you guys my intentions this whole time is because Jeff watches the videos, so I didn't want to ruin the surprise. But there's a couple more things we need to tidy up on the car before we meet Jeff and see if he wants to keep it. In the last video, we had Ray and Peyton buff this car out. It looks insane. I can't believe that it actually came out. Obviously, we couldn't buff every single panel because there's not enough clear coat left on some of the pieces, but I think the panels that were buffed made a huge difference. It's funny because when he first buffed it, I thought the car was wet. That's how much of a difference it made. We also decided to temporarily hide or fix some rust issues. We put these skirts on at Peyton's and he paint matched them so it doesn't look as ratty on the bottom. Now obviously this is not the correct way to fix rust, but in our time frame this will do. And if for some reason Jeff doesn't want the car, I'll order some patch panels and get those fixed up. But either way, we need to head to Andrews and replace the front wheels. I actually picked up some twin turbo wheels to match the rears, so there'll be twin turbo wheels all around. They're already loaded in the car, so let's get to it. Oh, and I forgot to mention one of the biggest issues that we attempted to fix was the starter issue. If you guys missed out, sometimes when you'd start the car, it would just grind the flywheel. We put an OEM starter in at Peyton's. It wasn't brand new because those are back ordered, but he had one laying around and it did grind at his place, but it hasn't grinded since. So we may have fixed that grind issue. Whew. He's gonna love it. The shifter is refreshed, the e-brake works now. Fully functional car. For every Jeff Z video, I do attach it to a playlist where you can watch them all in order if you wanted to watch the whole story. I'm really curious how this story is gonna end when we meet up with Jeff. And I really wanna know what you guys think. Do you think Jeff will want the car back after all this? I guess there's only one way to find out. Wow, the trees during this time of the year are always so vibrant. I love it. Let's get a quick before shot of the fitment of the wheels. Since the TTs are wider, hopefully it won't be as sunken in the front. Basically what I'm comparing is the edge of the fender to the edge of the tire or rim if you want. Yeah, that's pretty sunk in, I'd say. Now, the TTs aren't that much wider, so it's not gonna be flush, but you know what, it'll be better. What's up, Andrew? Hey, how's your tattoo healing? Yeah, let's see that thing, let's see that thing. Oh, out the bottom, damn. It's looking crispy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Watch this. Watch
this. Dude, I haven't seen that done since like middle school. I love that. Dude, check out the skirts and the buff job on this thing.
Yeah, this thing's dope. When are you gonna see him?
Tomorrow. Yeah, we buffed it.
You think he's gonna take it back?
I don't know. I fixed all the problems except for the rust.
Yeah.
That he listed as like why he was getting rid of the car. Maybe.
What if he says no? You can keep it.
Yeah, I think I'll start doing the rust repair if he says no. Yeah, check these guys out. We're just swapping these tires for the tires that are on the front.
Okay.
Well, I guess it doesn't look too different, but to the Z owner eye, it will look different. And believe it or not, the wheels are directional. Yes, not the tires, the wheels. You can see here, this side is flat, and this side is like shaved out. But if you look on this wheel, this side is shaved out, and this side is flat. So the leading side, so like the leading spoke, is flat, and then it's supposed to cut the hot air from the brakes out as it spins like a blade. Pretty neat design. That's another thing Z owners will know, and they'll call you out if you have your wheels up backwards. So I hope this is the right way. That's how it came off, so I put it back on the same way, and it matches the rear. Whoa, Andrew, you got a little smaller, bro.
Yeah, it's a little baby.
That's so cool. Damn, it looks identical.
I don't know how to drive it yet.
It looks so real. I gotta admit, now that it has the turbo wheels all around, it definitely drives faster. Now I'm about to do something I've never done on this channel before. This might freak some people out. Well, I was feeling freaky and was gonna buy an Optima battery because there was an Optima battery in this when Jeff gave it to me, but they don't stock Optima batteries anymore. They're special order. Again, no grind. So far, so good. But that was a close one. We almost bought our very first battery. Can't believe it's been 3 years and I've just been using random batteries and jump packs to drive cars, but we are filling up the gas tank with some 93 because there's no better feeling than getting in a car with a full tank of gas, you know? And in case any of you guys are curious what the stock 300ZX VG30 NA averaged on fuel economy, I have it all logged out here from every time I filled it up. Looks like it's just under 20. We only hit 20 miles to the gallon once. As a lot of you guys know, we recently picked up this silver R34 Nissan Skyline sedan, one of my dream cars. And one of the first things that we're doing to it is getting it waxed. Is it waxed or just buffed?
Buffed.
Buffed, okay. So we have right here, that just takes off whatever dirt is still in the paint that the rag couldn't get.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not, but
Oh wow, yeah. So this is way smoother already just from the clay. Yeah. With this being one of the only cars actually that is not completely damaged at the initial purchase, I figured it would be good to just start off with a clean slate and getting it as clean as it can possibly be. I did notice some of the panels were resprayed, so some of them look a little dull and some of them have more of a gloss to them. Like for example, I think this fender was resprayed. You can kind of tell based on that shine. And the hood looks really dull. And there's some scratches really deep. I'm hoping that maybe the hood wasn't resprayed and these are just on the clear coat and on the base coat. I don't know, we're gonna find out.
Resprayed. There's a blend line right here.
Is there?
Yeah. If you like look at it.
Oh yeah, right here.
Right here.
You think that'll come out?
Not like perfectly,
Uh-huh.
but it should be able to melt in a little better.
Yeah, so just little details like that we're gonna try and work through. Obviously it still has some paint fade going on that is not going to buff out because there's no paint to buff. Wow, instant glass from one pass. That's impressive. This gives me a lot of hope for the rest of the car. Because overall the whole thing looks pretty dull. So Ray did this side of the roof already and not this side, so that's a really good before and after here. You can see how dull that looks versus that shine. Now there are still some scratches still in the paint. I'm not sure if those are going to come out after the final buff pass, but it's already a significant improvement. Quick buff comparison on the hood. So he basically buffed it from here down. Looks way shinier. And then this is like the before. So dull. You're killing it, dude. You're good at this. The before and after line on the hood is crazy. You can see the edge right here. Oh, finally, all this duct tape residue is removed. They had the window taped shut. Well, this didn't buff out because there's no paint here to buff through.
No, clear coat's missing these spots. These ones, maybe.
Right.
Maybe not like right here.
It's funny because this door looks like it was repaired already in the same spot that the new damage is in. You can see that there's a previous repair where this line is. Yeah, I don't know if that's a run or if it's bubbling up or what.
No, yeah, that's definitely the paint that ran down.
So I'm just wondering if it got hit by whatever this is previously, got fixed, and then got hit again. Maybe it parked in the same spot every day. I don't know, but unfortunate.
Definitely Bondo down here.
Is there filler?
Yeah, that's what that is.
Oh man. It's alright.
See? Who cares if there's Bondo here? It's a freaking Skyline, man.
You got that right. Well, I think it's safe to say that Ray has killed it once again. This thing looks factory fresh. Right out of Nissan in 1999. This thing's headed off to the nearest granny. But yeah, I'm just ecstatic with this. It's crazy what a buff can do to a car. So good.
You say it's headed off to the nearest granny?
Yeah. Headed off to the nearest granny.
Nearest granny.
Or Gramps, who knows? This was
Grandpa, I got your car back.
This was definitely an elderly car. You know, just based on the smell of the car inside alone.
How clean it is.
Yeah, the interior is perfect. Doesn't have any.
This is a teenage kid's car. This thing clacks.
Yeah, if this was a teenager's car, it'd look something like this. No offense to whoever owns that thing. Oh yeah, I know. We'll get back to it. Don't worry. This is your first right-hand drive you've driven?
Mm-hmm.
First Skyline?
First Skyline, yeah.
Too bad it's auto. That's alright though.
Okay. I'll get there eventually. I just tried to push it.
Alright, have fun. Ray.
What's up?
Dude.
Brought the tail lights.
These look brand new.
I tried my best to get like in these creases.
Oh, dude, these are great. I wish I took a before of these. They were so bad, weren't they?
I only have that photo I sent you.
Yeah, they look like glass.
I don't know if you.
Oh yeah, it looks gray on top. Good stuff, dude.
They're very sticky on the bottom.
I know. It's because the stock Nissan seal like that with like adhesive. It's kind of weird. Gonna miss the stock tail look, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's all right.
That's okay. It'll be all right.
It'll be a Ferrari in no time.
Yeah, right. my boss was like, "What are those?" I was like, "For a Ferrari." He's like, "What?" I was like, "No, I'm just kidding."
You should have rolled with it. It's believable.
I mean, kinda. Yeah, it is. I mean.
Right? This interior is going to get quite the transformation here. Look at how much better this looks clean. Oh, that's one wipe. Whew. It's going to look brand new in here. All this is in great shape too. It's just dirty. The trunk area is looking much better, but now it's time to do what I don't want to do, and that is put those old taillights back on. So, take the stocks off and grab some Ferrari tails. Oh yeah, there we go. Now which taillights would you guys prefer? Stocks or Ferraris? The only reason I'm putting these Ferrari tails on is because I know Jeff likes them. And I know he likes these taillights because when he gave us this car, he requested me to send them back to him so he can keep them as a keepsake. Wow, that black really polished up nicely though. Looks darker than the car now. Alright, let's get that other side swapped out. There we go. So we're expecting Jeff to come by first thing tomorrow morning. So I figured we should clean up the car the best we could. That way it looks fresh for him. Not that this thing is really dirty right now, but there's some details I can get. Like, I mean, there's still moss on these TT wheels we just put on the front. Kind of crazy to say, moss still on wheels. And there's just some dust I got on it just from sitting outside. That's crazy. We just buffed the car and it's already dirty. Just from driving on the highway and whatnot. Man, black cars clean up so well when they're clean. There's just something about it. These wheels really came back to life after I sprayed all the moss off of them. I also wiped them down. That helped tremendously. This thing really did come together. Now obviously the car is not perfect. We still have rust spots here and there. But you know what? I think this is better overall. Oh, you know what I just remembered? We gotta put this police badge back on. Wow, some of the spots really cleaned up nice in the trunk. And apparently this was just base coat. No more clear on that spot. Super good. And I'm really digging this manifold. I think chrome or polish is definitely the move here. Definitely helps it pop, especially against a black base coat. Now with the Z all nice and clean, we can put on one last piece to the rear end here, the police badge. I've already gone ahead and put some new double-sided tape on, cleaned up the surface, basically just took away all the old crud that was on there. This is actually sticky, so that's gonna be beneficial. Just put this on as straight as we can. There we go. Just like that, this police car is back in service. How about that dynamic duo? Police badge and Ferrari taillights. I ended up putting some tire shine on and cleaning the rest of the windows, so hopefully this is all that it needs. Definitely looks a lot better. Well, I need to head to sleep because they're coming over first thing in the morning. Jeff is currently on his way to come see the car for the first time in person since he gave it to me. And as always, thank you so much for sticking around. Don't forget to drop a like if you haven't already, subscribe to see more, and stay warm out there. It's getting cold. Got frost in the car. Peace.